Hey, we wanted to bring you an answer to a question that somebody's asking, and we hope that this provides value for you. When you're dealing with exploding on people or feeling that passive aggressive where everything's fine, and then all of a sudden there's too much emotion, too much anger. And so we're Rita and Tammy, we're brain trainers. And the question is, how do you quit exploding on your partner? How do you stop yourself from blowing up? And the thing that I would like to suggest is whenever I have a thought of how can I do this? I can turn it back around and ask myself, because if that emotion is in me, it's going to come out. So this is all about how we create frequency, how we attract the same kind of problem in our life. So I would ask the question, how are you exploding on yourself? So what in your life, maybe in your memories even, have you seen someone explode and you're still holding that vision and that feeling and those sounds from that? What does exploding in, what are you exploding about inside yourself? What are you exploding yourself with? Okay, so maybe you don't like something about yourself and you're really constantly picking on that and constantly focusing on it. Well, those are the things that you can do something about, and so that it doesn't build. What do you have to say, Rita?
Well, there's just so many layers. So definitely, and it's, we believe that you were born into a community, a society. You created an identity. And it's all part of the survival part of the brain. But we know now that you can rewrite that and release it and rewire it. So when Tammy's directing you to find that, that metaphor, which is how the brain picks up things by sight, color, it feels like, it's like, that is the language of the brain. So if you find that part and you look at it, and you're going to have to clean something up, and it has to do with you. And that's probably the hardest part, I think, Tammy, is that when shit happens out there, I have to look at me. Like, how am I contributing to it? What am I doing? What am I holding inside me as a picture, an image, a sound, a story, a narrative, of a blame? Where am I not taking responsibility? What am I avoiding? Because look, we are avoiding something, and that might be a hurt or a pain that we're trying not to go into, and it keeps showing up, and it keeps showing up. And we have it in our work that it shows up in an uglier pair of shoes. Yes. So we need to address it. And how do we address it? The basic fundamental part is is doing the stop stress technique, and which is down below. And if you can start flattening that, interrupting that emotion, that emotion, if it's a 10, you have to do something that it's a 20, that is more exciting, more fun, more love, more compassion, more grace for yourself. Forgive yourself for using this against you. Forgive yourself for using it against your family. And it's an old memory that you just need to make total, complete peace with.
That's right. And if you're exploding on people and you don't want to, there's definitely something that happened to you. And those things, we feel like we've dealt with them, or maybe we think it's over, we forgave, we're not thinking about it. If you haven't gone in there and dealt with the actual memory and have complete forgiveness meaning everyone in that memory is smiling, then the explosion is going to come out from you when you don't want it to. And explosion is a powerful word. How would we not notice an explosion? It would be dangerous to not notice an explosion. So your brain is highly wired to focus on it. It's 10x, right? That's like a 10x emotion. So when did that happen to you? And how are you continuing to explode over that situation? Over what was done to you? And those are some powerful inner resources that you deal with when you deal with transforming and updating your emotion and your memory about exploding.
Yeah, and there's probably 5 or 6 parts of a memory. The memory, it's either a sensation, a feeling, it's either a visual, it's a movie, a still picture. Like, you guys have control of what goes on in there.
Yeah.
It's so amazing. It could be a sound that you're hearing or a voice that you're hearing. It could be like, for me, I don't know what it was, but it was a cigarette smoke smell. And
Right.
remember that?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so it was like the cigarette smell, and it could be a taste. You know how sometimes your food has no flavor, you have a bitter taste. I remember when I first cleared some stuff up and I was eating, I was like, oh my God, this is what the food tastes like. Like, that stuff can get cleared up. And also thoughts, ideas, that all has charge. If you have a thought and that thought drives you cray cray, stop the thought, do the stop technique.
Yeah.
Get out of that, move out of that. And you just got to keep doing it. Persistence until you get ultimate peace. Like Tammy was saying, until everyone's smiling. And for me, the smile came as a good body sensation. That's how it came. It wasn't like someone cheesy face, right? So it came into like a nice, pleasant, calm, happy smile. That's
awesome.
Yeah.
And one other thing is, an explosion can be, so when you go back and think of your memory, and then you use the stress technique, and you go back and think of your memory, and you use the stress technique, stop stress technique, an explosion can be really scary, right? What if you could change it to something really exciting, fireworks and July 4th, or like this thing where all of a sudden
independence,
yes, yeah. Independence from meaning that an explosion is a negative, forceful, against you kind of sensation. Instead, it becomes this like exciting celebration. And if your memory holds that, then guess what? You're going to have a different reaction. If you want to react differently and you change those old resources, all of a sudden a new sensation and reaction can occur.
And the brain and the body hold that information. It has no judgment. It doesn't say it's good. It's nothing bad. The only person that's saying it's good or bad is you, the conscious you, tagging that as a bad, because that sensation is just a sensation. And like Tammy was saying, you can turn that sensation into like independence and freedom. Maybe that's your cue to go live adventurous, go be bold. Maybe that's a cue for you to step up and say what's so in as a whole person. Maybe that's what the message is, but you consciously, because a long time ago, you said that meant whatever.
That meant something's taken away from you. Someone else has power. Someone else has control. And if you can celebrate it back then, maybe there's someone in front of you that you can celebrate instead of get angry at. It's possible.
Yeah. There's so much wisdom. There's so much wisdom in our work, guys. We invite you to come to our work and participate at whatever level that you can. We go live on Zoom, on YouTube, to bring these kind of wisdom, these kind of aha moments, these value systems, these concepts. You're not broken. There's nothing wrong with you. The way you are is fine. It's either working or not working. You're either conscious or unconscious when you're doing stuff. So you get to, choose to continue to personally develop yourself into that powerful genius that you are.
That's right. And we do have classes where there is more work done specifically and catered to you in our group sessions. And so we have a lot of free options for those of you that want that. And for those that want to dive deeper and really have us go in with you and help you through it, we offer that as well.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we hope that this brought you value. We'd love to hear your thoughts on it. And we want to see your transformation. So be sure to share that with us as well. Like, share, comment, and click notifications so you know when we go live. And do give this to other people that need to know what to do when they're exploding and they don't want to. All right. Great. We'll have a lovely Monday. Bye-bye.